Kung sinabi ko sa iyo, makakabili ka ng high-end gaming laptop na may Core i9 processor, RTX 4060 na GPU for under 85,000 pesos, siguro isipin mo na scam yun. Actually, yung una ko narinig itong produktong to, itong Infinix GT Book, yun din ang una ko naisip. Pero after using it for a bunch of days now, sobrang legit itong laptop na to. I am convinced that the Infinix GT Book is the best bang for the buck laptop you can buy today. Here are 3 reasons why. So una-una, yung hardware package niya. Yung base model version ng Infinix GT Book ay may Core i5 processor, RTX 4060 GPU, 16 gig of RAM, and 512 gig of storage. Now, yung high-end version, yung review namin today, is Core i9 equipped processor, same GPU, pero doble yung storage at doble yung RAM. 85,000 pesos yon roughly. Mura yung entry-level version ng Infinix GT Book kasi pag tinignan mo yung hardware configuration niya sa ibang brands, mas mahal siya. Itong particular laptop na ito na pinapakita namin sa inyo, makikita mo, it's more than 10,000 pesos more expensive than the Infinix GT Book while having almost exactly the same specs. Yung review unit namin is the Core i9 variant and okay na okay siya for AAA gaming. With Helldivers 2, pumapalo ako ng around 60 frames per second with a blend of medium and high settings, which is impressive since medyo unoptimized tong laro na to at wala siyang option for DLSS. For Cyberpunk 2077 naman, I hit around 60 frames per second on average for the built-in benchmark with everything on Ultra without ray tracing or DLSS on. Pwede kang makakuha ng higher frames pag ginamit mo ang DLSS with DLSS set to quality. For Warhammer 40k Darktide, another punishing game graphically, pareho lang siya ng resulta. The laptop is able to hit around 55 to 60 frames per second on the highest setting without ray tracing on, though it sometimes dips to 50 when the action is especially busy. But with DLSS and frame generation on, you're getting a much higher FPS average. Pagdating naman sa init, yung Infinix GT Book's internals run a little hot with around 82 to 84 degrees Celsius for the GPU and the CPU. That's well within the operating temperatures of this laptop, pero ingatan mo lang, bantayan mo lang yung temperatures. As far as yung ingay ng fans, yung fan noise ng laptop, it is a little noisy when you are gaming, especially on the highest performance setting on the laptop. Pero that's really not an issue that's usual for a gaming laptop like this. May software si Infinix na naka-install sa laptop nila to control the GT Book's RGB lighting as well as fan and power curves. Pero medyo bare bones ito and it doesn't really give you the ability to fine-tune the laptop's power profile. The flip side, halos walang naka-install na bloatware itong GT Book, meaning walang basurang antivirus like McAfee or Norton na kailangan mong uninstall, which is a plus. Medyo siguro kailangan turuan ng Infinix yung ibang brands pagdating sa bloatware. May 70 watt-hour battery itong Infinix GT Book, pero I wouldn't recommend to use it without being plugged in, at least when you're gaming. Hindi to productivity machine, this is a gaming machine. So you can expect around 3 to 4 hours of use na hindi ka naka-plug in, which is fairly normal for a gaming PC. Ang second reason kung bakit bet na bet ko tong GT Book is yung overall externals niya at ang kanyang build quality. Actually, nung sinabi sa akin yung Infinix yung specs niya at yung price niya, medyo nag-expect ako ng isang laptop na gawa sa plastic kasi paano mo nga naman mabababa ng ganung kababa ang presyo without sacrificing on something. Napahiya ako doon kasi ang ganda ng design ng Infinix GT Book. They use aluminum in both the lid and in the chassis. Maganda ang design niya. Very high-end feeling. Wala kang makikitang warping or flexing sa body or sa lid. Sobrang solid ng build quality niya. At although hindi mo siya matatawag na magaan kasi it's slightly under 2 kilos at 1.9 kilos ang weight, hindi siya ganun kabigat for a gaming machine. Actually, nakagamit na ako ng laptop na mas mabigat pa dito. And surprisingly, hindi din siya ganun kakapal for a gaming machine. Okay na okay to pang daily drive or gamitin mo araw-araw, even sa office. Again, pero tandaan mo, yung battery life mo will not be the same as a machine that is made for productivity. The Infinix GT Book has a 16-inch IPS display with 120Hz refresh rate and a 16:10 aspect ratio. The resolution for this panel is 1920 by 1200 or roughly Full HD, which is the main drawback on paper. Pero honestly, that's not much of a big deal for me personally. Since you're rendering games at a lower resolution, you're getting more frames out of the RTX 4060 than you would have if you had a WQHD panel. Okay din yung color reproduction ng IPS panel niya, at yung panel niya ay actually matte. So hindi masyadong nagre-reflect yung mga ilaw sa labas or sa taas, sa labas or under direct sunlight. Makikita mo pa rin yung display, walang problem. May konting backlight bleeding kaming nakita sa lower right side ng display near the hinge, but unless whatever you're watching is pitch black or sobrang dilim, hindi mo na siya masyado mapapansin. So ang third reason kung bakit mo bibilin ang Infinix GT Book, especially kung gamer ka, is because of its really nice gaming aesthetic. Meron siyang circular design sa likod ng lid, just like the Infinix Note 20 Pro. Pero meron ka rin LED strip or RGB LED strips sa likod na pwede mong i-customize. Yung keyboard niya din ay RGB keyboard at pwede mo rin siya i-customize. Unfortunately, per zone lighting lang siya at hindi mo siya pwedeng i-customize per key. You're also getting a full QWERTY keyboard with a number pad on the side kasi sobrang laki nga ng chassis niya. Okay din yung trackpad na tong particular laptop na to, pero I do suggest getting a gaming mouse as soon as you're able to kasi syempre, paano ka maglalaro kung wala kang gaming mouse? Syempre, may mga complaints din ako dito sa laptop na to. So, dalawa yung USB 3.2 ports niya, pero isa lang yung Type-C port sa side. Sana naglagay pa sila ng isa kasi medyo malaki naman yung chassis ng laptop. Yung Type-C port niya ay just a regular Type-C, hindi siya Lightning port, hindi siya power over Type-C. So, sana may ganun din para at least magagamit siya for transfer of fast speeds or at least magagamit siya sa external display. That being said, nagustuhan ko na may SD card reader tong laptop na to, which comes in handy for content creators like me. Yung keyboard keys ng particular laptop na to, medyo maliit for my taste, and the keyboard travel isn't really that great. Medyo na-spoil ako sa mga keyboard ng Asus, ng Lenovo, na maganda yung keyboard travel niya na parang almost mechanical keyboard niya yung pag-type mo. Dito sa Infinix GT Book, medyo squishy siya ng konti, hindi ko nagugustuhan yung overall travel niya. Although, masasanay ka din, pero personally, kung na-spoil ka na sa mga laptop na mga premium, pas pumunta ka dito, mapapansin mo talaga yung mga bagay na yun. Pero the weakest link talaga dito sa entire entertainment package ng Infinix GT Book is yung speakers. Medyo teeny yung speakers. Walang bass kang masyadong mararamdaman. Lalo na pag tinaas mo yung volume, medyo nadidistort na siya. I guess it's one of the things that you need to buy with this laptop is, aside from that gaming mouse, you also need to buy a good set of gaming headset or a TWS kasi hindi nga talaga maganda yung sound na nanggagaling sa speakers niya. Even with its imperfections, tong Infinix GT Book is really a great buy, especially if you are somebody who is looking for maximum specs for not a lot of money. The Core i5 model is priced at $64,999, while the Core i9 model is a little bit more at $84,999. Alam ko na hindi ganun kagaan sa bulsa yung mga presyo na pinag-uusapan natin, pero for a gaming laptop na kasing premium na to, sobrang baba na ng presyo nun. If you take a look at the specs of other competitors na has the same parang specs of the Infinix GT Book, definitely mas mahal sila by 10,000, 20,000 or even 30,000 pesos. So kung gusto mo makasubok ng high-end gaming laptop nang hindi ka mas uubusan ng pera o hindi mauubos yung pera mo sa bank account, itong Infinix GT Book na ang kailangan mong bilhin. So that's pretty much it for me. I will be answering questions that you have about the Infinix GT Book down below. Kung may mga tanong kayo dito sa laptop na to, alam ko marami kayo kasi sobrang sulit nga na to, almost unbelievable yung price. Just leave it down below. We'll try and answer it for you. That is pretty much it for me. My name is John. This is Brendan Box, and I'll see you in the next video.